Welcome back, everybody, to day 18 of Ramadan Youth TV. Just a night away from the last 10 days of Ramadan. But by now, you guys are probably very used to fasting and iftar. Tomorrow, to start the last 10 days, we have yet another surprise. And I'm sure every single one of you will love it.
Yes, we do have a surprise tomorrow, so stay tuned and make sure to join. Can you believe there are only 11 days till Ramadan is over and Eid is here? Well, the last 10 days are some of the most holy nights, so let's spend them spiritually and productively. Speaking of spiritually and productively, let's go see what we have for Ramadan talks.
Hey guys, welcome back to a new episode of Ramadan Talks. It's me, Bera, with you guys again here. I know you guys are tired of me, but let me tell you this, I'm not tired of you guys and I will never be. Today, we have a new topic. We're gonna talk about what is halal food, and in general, like meaning of halal. And guess who's with me today? I know, I can hear those words. Yeah. Let's get this to him. Yunus abi. Yunus abi, welcome back.
Thank you. I'm really happy to be back.
Yeah, I know we like here likes you a lot. I can say that. And
Thank
of
you.
course, all the viewers likes you. Abi, we have an important topic today.
Okay.
So I think we can start really quick about it, and then we're gonna talk more about it.
All right.
That works for you?
Yeah, of course.
All right, let's get to questions. Abi, what is halal food? Like, what makes a food halal, and what is that meaning of halal? Can you explain that to us?
Okay, so halal food in general means food that's permissible or allowed for us to eat as Muslims. So when it comes to meat, there are certain animals we can eat and what we can't eat. But it's not only the animal, it's also the process of how that meat comes to be, because we believe that we have the highest standards for butchering and for meat in every food. So basically, halal food is food that's been allowed for us to eat.
I see. Abi, can you please give us some examples of some halal foods?
Okay. It's important to know that every single food is halal except for those who we've been specifically told not to eat. So what's more important is there's not much of a restriction here. Most foods are halal that are in the world, that exist. It's just a couple of them, God told us not to eat it and we refuse to eat it.
Let's see.
For example, beef,
Okay.
chicken, seafood.
Definitely. What is your favorite?
I like beef out
Beef?
of the three.
Okay, you're a
Steak.
classic
I like
Turkish
my
man.
steak,
Turk,
yeah.
Oh, steak.
Turkish
Okay, not
man?
kebab, steak.
Yeah, but I like my steak medium rare.
That's so important.
So in our kitchen, usually it's like well done.
Okay.
I like it medium rare.
Okay. And also, I'll tell you guys one phrase about seafood. There's one famous phrase. It says that even if my father comes out of the ocean, I will eat that. Okay, Dad, if you're watching this, I wouldn't eat you unless, if I see you, like after seeing you coming out. But in general, what it means is seafoods are mostly, like halal, we can say.
Well, all fish are fair game.
Okay, fish, be careful out
Yeah.
there, alright? Okay, thank you Yunus abi for giving great examples about halal food and meaning of halal. In the next episode of Ramadan Talks with Yunus abi, we're gonna talk about difference between halal food and not halal food, and also some examples and some experiences of Yunus abi had about halal food. Stay with us until the next episode.
That was very insightful. Thank you to Yunusabe and Berra. The rule of thumb for me is if it's unknown whether the food is halal or not, just don't risk it.
Of course, finding halal foods in America can be tough depending on where you live. Sometimes I wish I could just go to McDonald's and buy something, but I can't. So, inshallah, Allah will reward us for our hardships. Let's add some good deeds to our rosters with Zikr of the Day.
This zikr comes from Surah Taha. Rabbi shrah li sadri. My Lord, uplift my heart for me.
Ya Cemil ya Allah, ya Karib ya Allah, ya Mujib ya Allah, ya Habib ya Allah, ya Rauf ya Allah, ya Atuf ya Allah, ya Maruf ya Allah, ya Latif ya Allah, ya Azim ya Allah, ya Hannan ya Allah, ya Mennan ya Allah, ya Deyyan ya Allah, ya Subhan ya Allah, ya Eman ya Allah.
Rabbi Shrahli Sadri. Today's zikr doesn't seem that long. I think you guys can do at least 10,000?
Nah, today's zikr rolls off the tongue really well and it's relatively short. I say 15,000 would be a better goal to reach, which I think our viewers can do easily. Let's see what Ahmed has built for us today in Ramadan Corners.
Elhamdülillah, elhamdülillah. Bu nimeti veren Allah. Peygamberimizin Resulullah. Her yemekte derin bismillah. Arsın eksilmesin, taşsın dökülmesin. Gerisi kesilmesin, hep afiyetle yensin. Geçmişlerimizin ruhu için, sağlara selamet için, dertlere derman için, bir de Allah rızası için. Elhamdülillah.
Those were some nice and minimalist decoration designs. I should probably get some of those for myself. I love the food dua they did at the end. I think that's the first time I've seen that happen on Ramadan Corners.
Yes, I think it was the first time we had that. Thank you, Ahmed, for that beautiful deliverance. Let's see Bishir deliver to us Surah of the Day.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم ألم نشرح لك صدرك ووضعنا عنك وزرك الذي أنقض ظهرك ورفعنا لك ذكرك فإن مع العسر يسرا إن مع العسر يسرا فإذا فرغت فانصب وإلى ربك فارغب.
In the name of God, the All-Merciful, the All-Compassionate. Have we not expanded for you your breast, and eased you for the burden, which weighed so heavily on your back? Have we not exalted for you your renown? Then surely with hardship comes ease. Surely with hardship comes ease. Therefore, when you are free from one task, resume another task, and seek and strive to please your Lord.
Thank you, Bishir. That was a lovely recitation. It really brings a sense of calm, don't you think, Selma?
Always. It's very seldom that the Quran doesn't bring serenity, and that seldomness comes from the scary and sad parts of the Quran. Inshira is nothing like that, as Allah reassures us that hardship is always accompanied by easiness. Speaking of easiness, let's ease our minds and hearts with some quotes of the day. Let's go.
Islam is distinguished by good manners, and it takes overspreading the best manners among the believers. Honesty is one of the most important characteristics a Muslim should have. Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, was described as being truthful and honest even before his prophethood. All of the prophets, peace and blessings be upon them, were truthful and honest people whom Allah praised them for their honesty. Honesty is defined as saying the truth without changing it in any circumstance. Honesty is when your sayings are indistinguishable from your actions. Honesty can also mean keeping promises and never breaking them.
Allah the Almighty spoke to us in the Quran to be with the honest people. O you who have believed, fear Allah and be with those who are true to their words and actions.
Ya Burhan ya Allah, ya Sultan ya Allah, ya Müstan ya Allah, ya Muhsin ya Allah, ya Mutal ya Allah, ya Rahman ya Allah, ya Rahim ya Allah, ya Kerim ya Allah, ya Mecid ya Allah, ya Ferd ya Allah, ya Bitr ya Allah, ya Ehad ya Allah, ya Samed ya Allah, ya Mahmud ya Allah.
It is always important to know the true purpose and mannerisms of Islam, and I think the quotes of the day for today encapsulated that very well. Thank you guys so much for those short yet informative quotes.
Thank you, Ainur and Marva. That was very insightful. Guys, let's not forget the zikrs. We only have 500. I think we can do more. Now, I think we need some fun, lively music. How about we go see what we have for music of the day?
Hi, my name is Yusuf Turmaz and I'm 16 years old and I've been playing the oud for 2 years. And now me and my friends will be playing two Mesopotamian folk songs.
Solcular yardan elinden her can
And I thought the piano was difficult. Those cultural instruments look extremely hard to play. Shoutouts to Yusuf and his band for this amazing song. It was beautifully mixed, and I think that deserves a round of applause.
Wow, that was amazing. Let's show our support down in the comments. And you know what? All this music has made me a little hungry. I wonder what we have for Ramadan cuisine. Let's go see.
Hi everybody, welcome to my kitchen and welcome back to Ramadan for You TV. My name is Mariam and today I'm going to be showing you how to make a traditional Ramadan dessert called goulash. So what you will need for this recipe is 1 liter of milk, 1 cup of walnuts, 1 cup sugar, strawberries, a cutting board, a knife, a glass Tupperware, and of course you need your goulash sheets. Alright, our first step is to put our sugar into our milk and boil it over medium heat. And I'm going to ask my assistants to put this in the sink for me. There you are. And then just keep stirring your milk until it's completely boiled and heated down. And make sure the sugar in it is all melted. Alright, so now our milk and sugar combination has steeped and I turned off the burner and I'm gonna give this again to my assistant. Put this in the sink. And we're just gonna let this cool down just a little bit and then start our next step once it's still warm. Alright, so after you get rid of any cats on your counter, you're going to take your goulash sheets and making sure that the shiny side of the sheets are facing or on top, and kind of just wing it after this point, and just put your sheets into your glass Tupperware. All right, now between each layer, you're going to add about half a cup of your milk mixture onto your goulash leaf. So I'm just gonna do that. Again, making sure that the glossy side of your rice paper is facing the top. Oops. Alright, now we're going to take our walnuts that we had before, and these were crushed beforehand. This is just 1 cup of walnuts, and you can, this is optional, but it makes it so much better. Kind of just sprinkle it between the last few layers. So I'm about halfway through the goulash at the moment. And just adding not too much. Alright, that's about it for this layer. Sorry about our cat interruptions. Now I'm just adding another layer, and I'm gonna do a little bit more of the milk all around. Oops. And then we're gonna add, one moment. Let's squish this all down. You can do this so that you don't have to add milk every single layer. And then just add about, I don't know, same amount of walnuts that you did before. And then down with your gulash like we were before. Alright, I'm just gonna finish up the last few layers and then repeating the same steps. You don't need to add as much walnuts as I'm adding it right now, but it adds a great crunch. So I'll get back to you guys when I'm finished doing this. Alright, so now we're done our last layers of goulash, and it should look like this. The goulash sheets are going to soak up some of this milk, so it's not going to look like a soup. While we're waiting on this, you can kind of just put this aside. It's going to cool down, and it should be ready to eat in about 3-4 hours. You can wait less or more depending on how much you want the leaves to soak up the liquid. But while we're waiting on that, we're gonna get to cutting some strawberries. Alright, so when it comes to our strawberries, we want to cut them into thin slices like I have over here. What we want to do is first cut off the heads, the leaf, and just throw that out or munch on them later. Then you're just gonna hold both sides of the strawberry and just do thin slices. Be careful of your fingers. And just do that with about, depending on how big your goulash is, with about 8 to 10 strawberries. Alright, now we're going to get our goulash back over here. It's not ready to be served, but we're still going to, it's been cooled down, and we're going to decorate it with our strawberries and walnuts. So you can do this however you'd like. I'm gonna just put the strawberries face up, the insides face up, and I don't know, go with the flow. Alright, once you finish decorating your goulash however you'd like, make sure it's completely cooled down before you eat and serve. And that's about it for today, guys. Enjoy your goulash and happy Ramadan. Bye. Alright, so now, oh, no.
That looks so delicious. I am so hungry right now. I could probably finish that whole goulash in one sitting. Thank you so much for that, Mariam.
You know, I don't usually like goulash, but Mariam, that sure looked delicious, and I think I might have to go try some now. Now let's go see what we have for Lives of Prophets.
Prophet Abraham. He is one of the great Ulul Azm, prophets whose prayers are mentioned the most in the Quran. The prophet whose praise is Halilur Rahman, friend of God, whom God calls my friend. Considered the ancestor of all prophets, he is a great prophet all monotheistic religions, Islam, Christianity, and Judaism are proud to be committed to. The one who resembles our beloved prophet, peace be upon him, the most in appearance. Again, the blessed messenger, our prophet said, the master of all of us is Ibrahim alayhi salam. He is one of the first architects of the idea of one God in every era, the first name that comes to mind when Tawheed is mentioned. One of the first to migrate in the name of Allah, the embodiment of surrender and submission. He is the epitome of abundance who does not dine without having guests, the teacher who shows how to use the mind and intellect. Now, let's go back to Babylon 4,000 years ago to take a closer look at the life of the great prophet Abraham. After Noah's flood, Prophet Noah's children settled in the Iraqi region and established the city of Babylon there. From there, they came near the city known as Nineveh today and established a new settlement, and they made Babylon the capital of this place. The Assyrians later took Babylon under their rule, and Assyrian influence prevailed in the region. The Babylonians did not believe in one God. Instead, they worshipped many idols and celestial bodies. They considered idols and stars as symbols of spirits. This belief of theirs is called Sabianism. Sabianism would start from the principle of worshipping spirits and angels, and then reach the stars, the moon, the sun, and finally the idols made in their name. There were idol houses in Babylon where both idols were made and worshipped. For this reason, there was even a minister of idolatry in Babylon. One of these idol makers was Azer, the uncle of Prophet Ibrahim. Azer made a living by making idols and selling them. When the father of Prophet Ibrahim passed away, his uncle Azer took care of his mother. Azer was close to the Nemrut. There is a leader like Nemrut in every period of history, despot, hard-headed, and willing to risk anything to maintain his power. As a matter of fact, when the soothsayer said that a child born in the region will end his reign, he ordered all children born to be killed, just like the Pharaoh. Allah helped the mother of Prophet Ibrahim. Her pregnancy was not known at all. Nimrod's men could not realize that she was pregnant. Finally, when the birth approached, Azer, who knew the seriousness of this situation, took the pregnant mother of Prophet Ibrahim to a palace outside the city and hid her in a cave. The Prophet Ibrahim was born there. Her mother wrapped her up nicely, leaving the baby in the cave to not attract attention. She closed the entrance and returned home. She visited the cave from time to time to take care of Abraham a.s. and saw him sucking his thumb every time. Under God's protection and care, he was growing very quickly. When Azer learned that Abraham was born and alive, he was very happy. Nemrut forgot what happened, and meanwhile, Prophet Ibrahim grew up. He remained in the cave for about 15 months without seeing the outside world once. One day, Ibrahim a.s. asked his mother when she came to the cave, "Who is my Lord?" "Me," his mother said. Ibrahim a.s. asked, "Who is your Lord? Is it your father?" his mother asked. "Who is my father's Lord?" she asked. "It is Nemrut," his mother said. "Who is the Lord of the Nimrod?" he asked. "Shut up," said her mother. His mother was frightened. She wanted to protect her son by silencing him. Later, when she went to Azer's, his mother told him what had happened and said, "See, the boy who is set to change the people's religion is your son." Azer hurried to the cave where Prophet Abraham was. He faced the same questions, but this time the reaction was harsh. When little Ibrahim asked the question, "Who is the Lord of Nemrut?" Azer slapped him and asked, "Shut up." Questioning someone like Nimrod who thought of himself as a god meant risking his life. Azer went to his relatives in the city and said, "I have a son whom I hid despite the king's order to kill him. Come on, bring him here," said the people there. He brought Abraham out of his hiding place and brought him to the city. Despite his young age, Prophet Ibrahim had a terribly inquisitive character. He was constantly observing. He was curious about everything around him and questioning the purpose of them. His questions are explained in the Quran as follows. We also showed Abraham the wonders of the heavens and the earth, so he would be sure in the faith. When the night grew dark upon him, he saw a star and said, "This is my Lord." But when it set, he said, "I do not love things that set." Then when he saw the moon rising, he said, "This one is my Lord." But when it disappeared, he said, "If my Lord does not guide me, I will certainly be one of the misguided people." Then, when he saw the sun shining, he said, "This must be my Lord. It is the greatest." But again, when it settled, he declared, "O my people, I totally reject whatever you associate with Allah in worship. I have turned my face towards the one who has originated the heavens and the earth, being upright, and I am not one of the polytheists." Prophet Ibrahim was showing us how to reach Allah by using the mind, and what a great blessing wisdom is.
That is a very interesting life Prophet Abraham led. Did you guys know that he also built the Kaaba? Also, guys, make sure to keep up with the zikrs because we're really low. I think we can do better.
I think the most important lesson we can learn from Prophet Abraham radiallahu anh, is his infinite divine respect towards his parents. Even when they were very rude and very unsupportive of him, he was always just very respectful to them. PSA everyone, always and always be respectful to your parents no matter the circumstances. Anyways, let's see what the world has to offer us today.
Hey, what's up guys? It's your boy XL from Indonesia. At this moment, I would like to take this opportunity to talk about fasting in Indonesia. As you all know or might not know, Indonesia is the largest Muslim population country in the world. So Ramadan is a big month for us here. Starting from the neighbors waking up the neighborhood to remind sahur and loads of food bazaars on the street approaching iftar. I mean, there are a lot of them. However, Ramadan was never just about not eating and drinking. It is also about the purification of the heart and mind, where Muslims are encouraged to be more charitable, do good deeds, say good things, and think good thoughts. At this time, I would like to take this opportunity to spread my message regarding climate change, how climate change is really affecting our one and only home, which is Earth. Global warming, changes in greenhouse levels, unstable weather patterns, sea levels rising, and so many more. Here in Indonesia, we are taking this massive hit on global warming and unstable changes in weather patterns. It is really heartbreaking how we are not fully recognizing and merely taking an effort to reduce or solve this major catastrophe. As a Muslim, no. As a human being, it is our duty to take care of what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has given us. Allah has given us so many things that we cannot even count. It would be a shame for us to let this fatal disaster continue to walk on this earth. Let us take an action on this devastating catastrophe. It is the holy month of Ramadan, where this blessed month could encourage us, support us, and take a stand to do for the better. Remember, it is not about who we are, it is about what we do that defines us.
Terima kasih, which means thank you in Indonesian. Who knew that Indonesia was one of the largest Muslim population countries? I didn't.
Indonesia is on the other side of the world, nearly 10,000 miles away. That's like going and coming from Manhattan to San Diego 2 times. Anyways, guys, you know what time it is, everyone. The long awaited Kahoots. Everybody grab your devices and get ready to enter the code. We give away cold, hard cash to our winners every day. Let's go.
Oh, looks like we have some technical difficulties.
Like we'll be here for a while, guys. So I think we're
Yeah.
getting the Kahoot a little more ready for you guys, getting the questions all up and perfect. I don't know if you guys remember yesterday we had a little bit of a discrepancy because one of the questions were actually the one from yesterday. So I think we're just getting there right now.
Yeah, we're doing our final checkups, I think. How about we go to daily dua now before Kahoot? Okay? So
I think that sounds good. Let's do that.
yeah.
You are our Mevla. Help us against the horde of unbelievers. My God, we heard a caller calling to faith, saying, "Believe in your Lord," and we immediately obeyed. My God, give us what you promised your messengers, and do not make us contemptible on the day of judgment. Surely you will not go back on your promise. My God, grant us spouses and descendants who will be the light of our eyes, and make us pioneers of the righteous. My God, forgive us and our brothers and sisters who believed before us. Do not leave any grudges in our hearts against them. You are very compassionate and merciful. My God, pour patience on us. Make our feet firm. Help us against the disbelievers.
Ya Cemil ya Allah, ya Karib ya Allah, ya Mujib ya Allah, ya Habib ya Allah, ya Rauf ya Allah, ya Atuf ya Allah, ya Maruf ya Allah, ya Latif ya Allah, ya Azim ya Allah, ya Hannan ya Allah, ya Mennan ya Allah, ya Dayyan ya Allah, ya Subhan ya Allah, ya Eman ya Ya Burhan ya Allah, ya Sultan ya Allah, ya Müstan ya Allah, ya Muhsin ya Allah, ya Mutal ya Allah, ya Rahman ya Allah, ya Rahim ya Allah, ya Kerim ya Allah, ya Mecid ya Allah, ya Ferd ya Allah, ya Bitr ya Allah, ya Ehad ya Allah, ya Samed ya Allah, ya Mahmud ya Allah, Salikul Vadi ya Allah, ya Ali ya Allah, ya Gani ya Allah, ya Shafi ya Allah, ya Kafi ya Allah, ya Muafi ya Allah, ya Baki ya Allah, ya Hadi ya Allah, ya Qadir ya Allah, ya Satir ya Allah, ya Qahhar ya Allah, ya Jabbar ya Allah, ya Qahhar ya Allah, ya Jabbar ya Allah, ya Ghaffar ya Allah, ya Qahhar ya Allah.
This zikr comes from Surah Taha. Rabbi shrah li sadri. My Lord, uplift my heart for me.
Tamam aldık.
All right, the code is 5277165. Again, the code is 5277165. Will begin in 30 seconds. Let's begin. Day 19, we're 2/3 there. Tomorrow will be 20. In Surah Inshira, surely with hardship comes blank. Surely with hardship comes ease. 190 if you got that correct. Hakan in first, Emin in second, Leila in third, Sidit in fourth, no soup question in fifth. 2,000 point question. Again in the Surah Inshira, when you are free from one task, blank. When you are free from one task, resume another task. 142, you got that correct. Ooh, I don't know what that first one is. Tahoe in second, it's been third. Leila in fourth, Hakan in fifth place. Let's move on to the third question. What was one thing Ahmed Matt did not do for his Ramadan corner? He didn't make a Ramadan calendar. Bunet now in fourth, Grogu in fifth place. Fourth question. What was the band's name and music of the day today? Nirvana Youth Music Band. Tao Forrester in first. Dazzle in second. It's been third. Grogu in fourth. Maya in fifth place. Fifth question, 2,000 point question. What did Mariam cook for us today? Food. Goulash. One of my favorite desserts. Scoreboard is exactly the same. Let's move on to the sixth question. True or false and 2,000 point question. True or false, all fish are halal. True. All fish are halal. Sparkling first. Naji Penguin second. Grogu third. Nisbet fourth. Sumaya Atesh in fifth place with 8,805 points. Seventh question. Blank is one of the most important characteristics a Muslim should have. Honesty is one of the most important characteristics a Muslim should have. Bülent now in fourth place. Everyone else exactly the same. Let's move on to the final question. Multi-select. When wondering if a food is halal, it is important to consider blank. When wondering if a food is halal, it is important to consider blank. Important to consider if that food was butchered correctly and if it was processed correctly. If Yunusabi eats it too, no, that's not it. Let's see who won. Third place goes to Nisibe. Second place goes to Penguin. First place goes to Sparkle Dazzle. Fourth and fifth place goes to Bülent and Sumaya. Congrats, y'all. Send a screenshot to Kahoot at skyacademynj.org to claim your prize.
For the daily dua, but today we couldn't finish with the daily dua, unfortunately, because we had a few technical difficulties, and we do apologize for that. But closing with Kahoot, guys, we have come to an end yet again, and departing with Kahoot, as I just said, it's always the best, guys. And don't forget to tune in tomorrow, as we will have an amazing surprise for you guys, and it'll be waiting for you guys tomorrow at 6:30 p.m. sharp Eastern Time. And you guys will surely love it.
Thank you, everyone, for joining. Don't forget to join tomorrow because you guys will really like this surprise. I'm sure of it. So like, comment, subscribe, share to all your friends. See you guys tomorrow.